The Israeli army has identified the 3 hostages mistakenly killed by Israeli troops in Gaza on Friday as Alon Shamriz, Yotam Haim and Samer Talalka. Soldiers mistakenly shot and killed 3 Israeli hostages during a with Hamas in northern Gaza on Friday, the army said. The attack took place in Shejaiye, a densely populated community that Israeli officials describe as a Hamas stronghold. In the statement made by the army, it was stated that Israeli forces mistakenly identified 3 Israeli hostages as a threat. As a result, the soldiers opened fire on them and they were killed. It was stated that during searches and checks carried out in area where incident took place, doubts emerged about identities of dead. Their bodies were transported to Israeli territory for examination, after which they were confirmed to be 3 Israeli hostages. The military identified 3 men in question as Yotam Haim and Alon Shamriz, who were taken from Kibbutz Kfar Aza during the Hamas-led attack on Israel on October 7, and Samer Talalka Nir Am, kidnapped from Kibbutz. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, the Israeli Army's chief spokesman, expressed deep regret and said the army was investigating. "This is for all of us and the I.D.F. It's a sad and painful event. He bears responsibility for everything that happened," he said, referring to the Israel Defense Forces. Israel said the incident took place a conflict zone where soldiers have engaged in with terrorists recent days, including Friday. Soldiers have encountered what the military calls unarmed terrorists and have been involved in situations where terrorists attempted to deceive our troops and lure them into a fire trap. According to Admiral Hagari, shortly after the tragic incident, a second with terrorists occurred near the scene. Admiral Hagari said he promised full transparency and said soldiers had been given lessons in identifying hostages in the Gaza Strip to prevent such mistakes. Hostages Missing Families Forum, which represents those who were kidnapped on October 7 and their relatives, made a statement on Friday evening stated that it shared the deep pain of the families. According to group's spokesperson, Liat Bell Sommer, he had spoken to his sister on the phone before call was cut off and told her that he had been injured by gunfire from terrorists. He said he was a keen motorcyclist who loved cycling in the countryside. Mr Talalka was from Hura, a Bedouin Arab town in southern Israel. He was one of several Bedouin hostages who are members of a low-profile Israeli minority. Ms. Sommer said Mr. Haim was a drummer who was scheduled to perform at a metal music festival in Tel Aviv on October 7. Ms. Sommer said Mr. Shamriz was lover of life, a basketball player and fan, had been accepted to university and was about to start course in computer engineering. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office issued a statement calling killings an unbearable tragedy and express